This is a Looney Studios podcast. Hello and welcome to Aerde Talks. I'm Hunter Looney, the Game Master. This show is here to dive deeper into the world of Aerde, which is traversed in Aerde Tales. I'm joined today by Leah, who plays Gamore, and Noah, who plays Salazar. Today we'll be discussing the latest episode of Aerde Tales and the genus of Popokus, which includes Miphthes, Pumanoids, and Pantheras, which a Pumanoid is what Salazar is, a cat-like person. This episode, y'all had your meeting to try to plan out what to do about those assassination contracts on Salazar and Mushok's heads.
Yeah, it was awkward.
It was awkward?
Yeah, because I just don't trust anybody. It's not Alec, necessarily. It's just like, I'm hesitant.
You also didn't insight check them when they told you the answers to your questions, so they could have just been outright lying to
Oh,
you.
yeah, you're right. But that's why we're going to sign a contract. That makes it okay, right?
I mean, I guess so.
Like, yeah.
So how did you feel the episode went, Noah?
Good.
Is there anything you would have changed about the interactions you had?
Not really, no.
And you plan on reading The Art of War
Yes.
some before the episode where this all takes place?
Yep.
Well, you got a lot of reading to do. That's a bit. It's also, I think, pretty thick reading.
Yeah.
I did not know how you all would approach it. I assumed you were going to go there, but I didn't know if you were going to go stealthily, like you all finally decided to do, or try to contract a big army to go in. It could have been any number of the things.
I feel like we went somewhere between the two because...
I mean, 10 people can still be...
Yeah, but like plus... I mean, I'm saying that's like 15 as opposed to if we just took like me and Salazar and Omi and...
So who in your all's crew, besides Gamore, Salazar, the Familiars, and Mushok, who else are you looking in your own crew to take with you?
Well, I just said I want to ask Omi if she wants to go, but I don't know
Whether she's
if
up for it
she'll
or not.
fill up for it. I also want to contact Layla because we haven't seen Layla in a long time.
Layla's the talking dog that in the very first episode of the podcast you all talked about, because that was somebody you had interacted with before we started recording, who is it's a black dog, like normal dog-ish size, medium-sized dog that talks.
Yeah.
And does some magic.
Yeah, we just randomly met her and...
on that island that y'all got shipwrecked on.
Yeah. And then I invited them along with us, and then at one point we parted ways for...
When you all met with the governors already knew Layla and put Layla in charge of their own investigation of that province.
Yeah.
And you all did not ask any questions about that, just let it happen.
Yeah.
And then haven't seen her since. Since.
Layla's a top dog.
Yeah, apparently. Oh, gosh. How do you feel about that pun?
It reminds me of Air Buddies.
It reminds you of Air Buddies?
Yep.
Is that so Air Bud was the first one. Air Buddies is the one with all the little puppies?
I think so. I don't remember.
You just mean like Air Bud in general?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dog that's... Well, I don't think Air Bud talked, but it was...
No, it just played basketball.
Pretty talented, yeah.
And who else? Who knows what else?
Yeah, anyway.
So, do y'all think you have enough people that you all had asked for?
Who the heck knows?
Don't know.
I know Salazar wanted to have like a whole army going in, like, which could have happened, but that would have then they would have. I assume here's how I would have played it: is Alec would have then negotiated the contract to get 50% earnings for longer because they had put forth so much of a front end investment.
Mm-hmm.
But I was interested. I wouldn't have thought you wanted to do a contract. I did not see that coming.
Well, I'm full of surprises.
And you're just so distrustful of Alec, so that I did not. I should from now on assume that anything Alec proposes or says, you're going to try to dig deeper into.
Yeah, like I said, it's I think just in general because I'm weary of you being the TM, like
I like
trying to trick us. So it's that, but it's also Alec's voice too. Like they just sound
so
like they're
calm.
up to something,
And they're just
but
calm
confident.
the whole time.
Yeah, but like they're up to something. So.
They're just calm and confident the whole time. Nothing rattles them.
Exactly.
And anything you ask, I'll just answer or not answer or answer in real
Don't be
shady
talking about
ways.
Alec again, because then you're going to keep talking like them.
It is. I do like talking like Alec. It is an enjoyable
It's hard
voice
to get out of.
Yeah, and yes, I'm glad while we were recording, you were like, you're supposed to be Mushak right now. You're slipping into Alec. It's just so easy to do, and it's relaxing.
Is it?
And being very calm.
I don't
You
think
want to do a
my
rendition
voice
of...
can do it because it's not deep enough.
What's your...
Because it's not beautiful.
Yeah. So anything else about that episode y'all would change? I know y'all didn't have an encounter. I don't think we even rolled a dice.
We didn't.
But
it was weird.
This had to happen.
But it was
necessary.
I liked the critical thinkingness of it about figuring out how to attack and what to do and what the best way is to do it. So I didn't necessarily even realize it didn't feel boring at all or anything just because we weren't rolling.
I think my character a little bit got too intelligent with the mountains.
About try. Well, I mean, Salazar needs to overthink this. And Mushak needs to overthink this. You two are the ones that have.
I think he's talking about when he was talking about it messing with the compass because I looked at him like, who thinks of that?
But I mean, if there's too
oh,
much
yes, no, it does.
of certain type of ores, I don't remember which one, then yes, that does happen in real life. I cannot think of what type of ore it is.
I believe you. I wouldn't have thought of it. But, yeah.
Well, yeah, if y'all get turned around on the mountain and stuff like that, that's going to be heck.
Mm-hmm.
So the next episode is when Leah, your dad, is going to join us again for a little one-off of y'all are having a break from being stuck in the mansion. And then the episode following that one is where you all will pick back up and start heading towards Using and stuff.
I'm kind of nervous that this is happening 3 weeks from now and not sooner because I feel like they could get attacked again.
But you all are in the
meantime.
mansion.
Well, yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah, if they mount enough of a thing to attack royalty of a country to get to the two of them, Desmodon would just take out
Obliterate
all
them.
4 of those cities.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. But okay, so the episode after the one with my dad.
Yeah, is when you all will start heading that way. Now, is there stuff you want to... If there's stuff you're going to want to get, you would do that in transit. Like, oh, I need to pick up more arrows. I need to go to the magic store. I need to go to the Hove Shack. Stuff like that. So that's what that one's going to be, is you all getting prepped. It's like in a movie where you go to like the armory and before you go fight the zombies or the dinosaurs, and you're getting all the guns and stuff.
I wonder if there's anything we could have Pock do, like, to help, but not go there. Like, obviously, he's not going to go up a mountain unless someone puts him on their back like Yoda.
Well, he's still at your house.
I know. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. He's a really powerful wizard, like.
So far as you know.
Well, yeah.
Once again, not inside checking anybody. Oh, this is a cute little dog, dude. Yeah, we believe everything you told us.
The thing, though, with inside checks is, like, if you don't roll great, then you still don't know if they're telling the truth. Like, it just...
But also, that is why a house rule is I roll your inside check.
Yeah, that's true.
On my side of the DM screen. So
I still don't know if you're telling the truth. So what's the point?
Yeah, you do. You do have an inside check. And then I say, yes, you believe them. Or you don't believe them. You think it's actually this that they're trying to distract from.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But if you say you believe them, couldn't that still be like a medium roll? Like, what if
you could roll a nat 1 on your inside check and they'd be lying, but your character believes them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
From, like,
it still doesn't...
trusting them or whatever it may be. It's not an end-all be-all of I 100% believe them. It's just like if you're interacting with a person in real life.
But what do you... what's your number that if we roll like a 15 or higher...
It depends on how high their deception is.
See, it's
and
just
if
too
they
many
are
factors,
actively
and I'm not gonna know still if they're telling the truth or not. So that's why I don't inside check people.
So,
like, if I was rolling it and I could see what it was, and I knew that I rolled a d20, and you said, "Yeah, you believe them," then I'd be like, "Okay."
But that's where the metagaming comes in. If you all had that thing, if you rolled a nat 1 and I said you believe them, even if you had rolled a nat 20 and I said, "Yeah, you believe them," both of them could have the same result if they're telling the truth and you believe. Like okay, let's say I'm a character. I'm telling you the truth. You, because of how I'm talking or whatever, say, do I believe them?
Uh-huh.
We roll an insight check. I was telling the truth the whole time. So if you rolled a 1, I'm going to say you kind of believe them. And if you roll a 20, I'm going to be like, you kind of believe them. Like, I'm going to give you the same answer because they were telling the truth.
You wouldn't... Okay. Like, okay, if they're telling the truth, I would think if you rolled a 1, you would be like, no, you don't believe them. And then you would be confused because you rolled a 1.
I will if you, as a person, Leah, is being super, like... Yeah, that exact... Yeah, however you can put that into words. Then I might interject a little bit of doubt into my answer.
Yeah.
But it's the same if you encounter a person in real life
mm-hmm.
and you, for whatever reason, are like, I don't know if I believe them. And then they say something that reassures you that
I'm just telling you, that's like my opinion and how I'm going to play as a person, because I would rather, like I did with Alec, like ask more questions, like sign a contract, like do things to where
which is
it's going to help me know for sure and be guarded against that, as opposed to just inside checking them and still not knowing if they're really telling the truth or not still. Like,
I'm perfectly fine. I'm not going to railroad you to inside check. I enjoy how you two play it. It's fun for me. I enjoy it. I'd rather you ask more questions. It makes me have to think ahead of you all even further.
Can I do something?
Okay.
Can I roll in my new dice tray so you can see how it sounds? Because it's got like wood around the edges and it sounds really cool.
We just moved the mics around to make it a little like more where we have more space because Leah, you got 2 new dice trays.
It's one of the reasons we moved them. Yeah.
And also just to get them out of all the cords and everything out of the way.
Plus it sounds better.
I enjoy it. I like it a lot better.
Also, want to hear what my dice tray sounds like?
Yep. So this one's the foam with the wood on the sides.
Yeah. Ready?
Oh, there's some good rolls. What'd you roll?
1 and a 2.
Oh God! All right. So then you have one that
Don't
has.
judge it for that roll.
It's like a felt bottom.
Yeah.
And so how does that one
And
sound?
then it has like more like padded sides. Oh, that was an 18? 17? Okay.
All right.
That one's doing better so far.
Yeah, today, right?
But maybe it was the dice and not the dice trays.
Dice are
and not to leave Noah out. Noah has a nice dice tray over there.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Just getting them out first.
All right. Okay, give us 2 rolls. See what you make.
16.
That's pretty good.
15.
Nice. All right. So the felt bottom ones, because his also is a felt bottom. Y'all roll better in.
True. We need to play right now because we're rolling pretty good.
No, you've already used them
Those
all
last 4 anyway.
All right, so let's talk about the genus of Popokus, which includes small cat-like humanoids, human-sized cat humanoids, and then the big cats, like the snow leopards, and cheetahs, and stuff like that, humanoid type animals, people. Jeez. We're going to go in the order of size from smallest to largest. So the smallest ones are called the Mivtis, which is Mivtis, and they are average 2'8". They're bipedal, and they're very agile. They're kind of like how the corgi, like around that height. Their average lifespan is 50 years old. Their max lifespan is 75 years old. They have various colors like most cats and stuff like that. So, like a regular house cat colorations, you could see any type of those in this.
Not blue ones?
I mean,
Purple?
I'm not ruling it out. You all on the continent you're currently on haven't seen any individuals with those type of fur colorations. Right. But yeah, just like with hair colors and stuff like that, there can be all different types of.
Also, I was thinking
colors.
like if I have natural like blue in my hair, then
exactly.
Maybe animals could have it too.
Animals. She's just called Salazar an animal.
Okay, beings.
Peoples.
All right.
Sentient species.
Sorry.
They have sharp claws, great balance, and some species, some individuals in this species are believed to have 9 lives, where they regenerate like a Doctor Who or something.
Yep, and that's the question.
Whether that's true or not, or a myth, who knows? And that's the same for the other 2 we're going to talk about, the Pumanoids and the Pantheras. It's the same. Like, Salazar and you have, and Gamora have never seen that happen, but it could, or it couldn't. Who knows? All right, so Pumanoids is what Salazar is. Their average height is 5'2", so you're a little bit above average height, and average lifespan is 50 years old. Max life is 76 years old. Same deal. House cat colorations are the normal, like the most normal things, and then there's some individuals that could have exotic hair colors and whatnot. So then Pantheras, which is what Fang Deneuve is, are 6'10" bipedal cat people. They resemble usually the big cat species on Earth, and are generally like pretty beasts and strong. So like white tigers, lions, cheetahs, stuff like that. Jaguars. Yeah. So like they're big, they're strong, they're not as agile as Salazar's species or the Mifties. But they're not, that size of them is pretty normal, but they don't have to resemble like a big cat from Earth. They could have other colorations. Alright, any questions about the cat peoples of the world?
No.
No.
And if you would have asked if they for sure have 9 lives, I wouldn't have told you.
Well, yeah, I know that. That's why I didn't ask.
Alright, so that brings us to the end of this episode of Aerde Talk. Okay, let's take care of some housekeeping. Our adventures encounter magical items, and I want to invite everyone to visit patreon.com/Looney Studios. The link is in the description. And on the front page, there's a link to a Google form where anyone can submit an idea for a magical item. Anyone can do this. You don't have to be a patron. You can do this anonymously or put your name or username to receive credit if we use it. And please add to the list. We love seeing those new magical items that people make up. While you're there, you can also check out the Looney Studios Patreon. And if you become a patron, you gain access to the podcast early, among other perks. And speaking of Patreon, I would like to thank our patrons. You help support Looney Studios and Aerde Tales. And Looney Studios can be found at looneystudios.com and at the social media platforms listed in the description. Please give a review on your favorite podcasting site, like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube, and submit magical items to our Patreon. The Looney family hopes that you have a wonderful day. That was a Looney Studios podcast.